Hey besties, it's your girl Shay back with another video. As you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about 25 books that I want to read in 2025. And yeah, I'm really excited to just get to any and every one of these books. So we're going to go through the list of 25 books that I would love to read. And we're going to start off with books that are not out yet. And then we'll go through some books that I own that I am very excited to read. So let's just get straight into this video and talk about some books. Alright y'all, so we have a few books I took screenshots of that I really want to read this year, or that I'm least excited about that's coming out. So the first one is Four Ruined Realms, which is part of the Broken Blades. It's like the second book. It comes out January 7th. It's actually out now. I did not know that. I need to go get it. I read Five Broken Blades last year and I enjoyed it. I definitely want to see what is going to happen in the second book. I don't really want to talk about how the first one went. I don't remember that much, but I do remember how it ended, and I remember that they had to go find... I'm not even gonna say that. I don't like talking too much about books. I don't want to ruin it for nobody else, so I'm not going to say that. But just know I am excited to see what happens in the next book. Book number 2 is Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. That one comes out April 22nd of 2025. And I haven't read many Emily Henry books, but I have read like Beach Read, and I read Funny Story. So I know I like her writing. I really enjoyed those two books. I think I gave them both a 5 stars, or I gave Funny Story a 5 star. I love Funny Story, and if this book is like Funny Story, then I know I'm gonna love it. So yeah. And then book number 3 is Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. I have read Bride by Ali Hazelwood and Not in Love, I think is what it's called, by Ali Hazelwood, and I enjoyed both of those books. So I'm hoping to enjoy Deep End too. I don't really know what it's about. I just know it's Ali Hazelwood, and I want to read her books. I don't know if I want to read all of them. I do own a few that I haven't read, but I want to read that. And that one comes out February 4th. And then Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, I am so excited about. I read her whole series with Part of Your World, Yours Truly, and Just for the Summer. And I loved all 3 of those books. So I just feel like I'm going to love Say You'll Remember Me. I feel like it's going to be such a good book. And that one comes out April 1st. I cannot wait for it to come out. And then the final book is actually by... Hold on. It's by Frida McFadden. It's The Crash. It comes out January 28th. I don't know what it's about. I haven't actually read any of Frida McFadden's books, but I want to get into her books, so I'm definitely excited to potentially read that one. Hopefully it's good. I've heard a lot of people say that since she be releasing so many books out, like, all the time, so many books in a year, that some of them don't really seem that thought out, whatever. So I'm hoping it's a really good book, but we'll see. I don't know. I've never read any of her books. I don't know if I like her writing, but I'm excited that I get to try one of her new books. Alright guys, so right in front of me I have a lot of books that I would like to read in 2025. So let's go through these 3 piles of books I have in front of me and talk about all of the books. So we'll start with the left side and work our way to the right. So the first book is You Will Be Mine. I got this as a Christmas present from my fiance. The next one is City of Bones, and I've just heard a lot of people talk about this series. A lot of the book girlies, the professional book girlies, a lot of them love this book, so I want to read it. I want to see what it's about. I got FOMO. I don't want to miss out on a good read. And if the girls say that this is a good one, I want to read it. So, this is number 2. Well, really, not number 2. Next one is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I want to read Emily Henry's her whole backlog, whatever it's called. Like all of the books that she's already written, I want to read, and all of the new ones that come out, I want to read. I kind of love Emily Henry, like a lot. So this is the next one. I'm not really sure what it's about, but I don't want to find out. So I'm not going to talk about it. Next is Billy Summers, which I've been wanting to read for so long. I'm not sure why I haven't picked it up. Maybe I'm a little intimidated because it is kind of thick, and I've never read a Stephen King book. So I'm a little nervous, but I do intend on reading it this year. We'll see. Next, we got The Nightingale. Everybody loves this book. I've heard literally every single person I've ever talked to about this book love this book. Every single person I've ever watched love this book. Everybody loved this book, but they cry, and I'm so scared to cry. But I want to read it. I meant to read it in December, but I didn't read anything in December. So hopefully I can read this year. Next we have Welcome to Fear City, which is a book I found at Barnes & Noble's. I haven't heard anybody talk about it, but I am excited to read it. Next, I'm so ready to read. I should have been read this, but I haven't. A Court of Silver Flames. I read every other book in this series. This is the last one. I need to read it. She's getting all bent up on the sides. I haven't even opened her up to read yet. I don't care. I'm going to bend her up anyways. I need to finish this series off. I got the rest of them sitting right here next to me. I need to finish the rest of the series so bad. This is literally the last book, but it's as big as my head. Like, it's so many pages. How many pages? It's over 700 pages. Like, I'm so don't know if I'm going to have the brain capacity to read that many pages. But I do want to finish the series, so I do plan on reading this whole book. Hopefully soon, too, because I'm ready to get back into that world. My girl Feyre, yeah, I miss her. My man Rhysand, yeah, I miss him. Like, I'm ready to get back. And I don't even think it's about them. I actually think it's about Cassian and what's her name? I forgot her name. But the sister. I think it's them. I think it's their POVs in this book. So I'm definitely ready to see what happens. This next book I am terrified about because everybody says that after they read it, it like changed them and that you go through a roller coaster of emotions. A Little Life. I was going to read it last year, but I just don't know if I was mentally prepared for it. And I still don't know if I'm mentally prepared for it, but I want to read it so bad, guys. So bad. So I'm definitely planning on trying to read it sometime this year. And then the next book is Quicksilver, which I am actually already a few pages in. I'm on page 16, which is partially through chapter 2. And I am actually ready to continue reading on in this book. I just got it. It was a new pickup. The first book I bought in 2025, which is very exciting. But yeah, I'm ready to see what it's all about. What is the hype about? I've heard people talk about it, and I just want to read it. I want to read it. I want to read it so bad. So that's what I'm doing. I'm reading it. I am in it. I'm ready to get deeper into it. How many pages? It's over 600 pages. I still think I'm going to read it pretty fast, but yeah. The next one is Immortal Dark, which I think I've actually started. Let me see. Yeah. I got to page 12, chapter 3, and then I stopped. I do intend on picking it back up very soon. The next book is Trial of the Sun Queen, which my fiance also got for me as a gift. It was in my boo basket, and I love it. I love when she get me books because I'm a reader. I like to read. So I am ready to read this, though. It says 10 women, a deadly contest. Only one can win the Sun King's heart. That's all I got to read to know that I'm going to enjoy this book. I can't wait to get into it. So yeah. And then next is Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. I think I've heard Shaughnessy, I think is her name, talk about this book. And I think I've heard a few other people talk about it. I'm not sure. But I don't know if I'm ready to get into Kennedy Ryan's writing yet, but when I am, this is on my radar for 2025. Next is Good Girl Bad Blood. I loved A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I gave it 5 stars. I watched the whole Netflix series as soon as I was done with the book, and I'm so ready to get into the second one. So yeah, I heard that it's a different case than the first one, which is great for me, but some people say that you can kind of skip over the second one and go to the third one and it'll still be good. I want to see what she solves in this. So the next book is Half a Soul. I want to read it. I don't really know exactly what it's about, but I love this cover. I love the cover of this book, and I judge books off the cover, so hopefully it's good. I think Destiny Sitwell, I think she's read it. I think she said she liked it. I'm not sure, but I want to read it. We're coming down to our last few books. So the next one is Lightlark, which I've been wanting to read for a while, and I think the second and the third book in the series is already out, so I am behind. So I do want to start this. Hopefully I do, and then after I start this, I might as well finish the series off, right? So hopefully I get those books soon. But this one says, every 100 years the island of Lightlark appears for only 100 days to host a deadly game where the rulers of 6 realms fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. Each ruler has something to hide. Each curse is uniquely wicked. To break them and save themselves in their realms, one ruler must die. To survive, Isla Crown must lie, cheat, betray, even as love complicates everything. That's all I gotta say. Next is Shadow and Bone. And I heard it was a TV series. It's supposed to be a Netflix series, but I don't know if it's still out. Maybe it is. I want to read it. I actually don't know what it's about, and I think I'm going to keep it that way. Next is The Stars Are Dying. It says, 500 years ago, something changed. Everyone felt it, like the world was cracking, like something had stepped into the realm that was never supposed to be here. I think everyone knew the golden age the Star Maiden had ushered in was about to be shaken, like the stars that began to die out. I'm not even going to read anything else. Look at this book. This is really why I bought it, because it's just beautiful. Like, gorgeous. And in this next book, I am surprised that I haven't read yet. Binding 13. My camera is going to die, so if this cuts out, it's because the camera died. So sorry. But Binding 13. Everybody loved this book. I want to read it. I'm just kind of a little intimidated by it, but I do plan on reading it this year, so stay tuned for that. Next is Iron Flame, which I already started the audiobook. I need to get into it and finish it, but I finished Fourth Wing last year, and I want to read this one this year because Onyx Storm is coming out. Lastly is The Woman. I already started it. I am currently not that far into it. I am on chapter 8, 74 pages in. I do plan on picking it back up and continuing the book. It's been pretty good so far. I just was in a bad slump, so yeah. But those were all 25 books I would love to read in 2025, and that's actually probably 26 if I'm being honest. I'm not sure. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you found any books that you would like to read, comment down below. We can read them together, bestie. But if not, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for the next video. Love you guys. Bye.